Welcome to the Horror Friendly Podcast.
Hello, you cunts, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Horror Friendly Podcast. My name is Katie, and I'm joined by the usual suspects, Charlie and Chantel. Hi, guys.
Hi.
All right.
Charlie, you're back. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Oh, great. We love the enthusiasm. Really glad you're here.
Fuck it.
Nice.
And we're lucky enough to be joined by the gents from Check the Candy. Hi, guys.
What's going
What's
on?
Up.
Guess we could have given a lot of enthusiasm going around right now.
Yeah.
Why are intros so fucking awkward?
They are weird. That's why we cut them out.
Yeah, we just stopped.
We just start going.
Yeah.
It's a much better idea. Maybe we need to do that going forward.
No, you
Maybe
guys crush it. You're doing good.
Well, do you guys want to tell us a little bit about yourselves before we start with this week's film?
Yeah, sure. I'm Jon. This is Taylor.
Going on?
We started Check the Candy about a year and a half ago, and we interview shit like anybody. You guys, just this and that, film directors, and what else, Jon?
Actors, indie filmmakers, podcasters, content creators, anybody from the horror community on Instagram or on TikTok, YouTube, all of that. Lately we've done more of independent filmmakers and stuff like that. We've tried to, since being filmmakers ourselves, we've delved into that kind of category or subgenre. We're trying to branch out a little bit more, but that's not to say we haven't had, like you guys on and other podcasters and just people who, some of our friends too, just who are content creators and who like talking movies. And we started Check the Candy, like Taylor said, a year and a half ago, just wanting to talk to people and stuff like that. And it's kind of blossomed into this cool fucking rad thing we started, and it's kind of growing, and we both have our own brands and stuff like that, but it's kind of just turned into this cool thing that we do. It's awesome.
I do think this is actually, you two are going to be great for this, because this obviously was quite a small independent film being made, so I think you guys will have quite a lot of insight for that.
Yeah, I mean, Hatchet, I'll be honest, like Hatchet is one of the films that brought me like back to horror. I had this time in my life, like I didn't see Hatchet when it first came out. I was kind of down on horror a little bit because a lot of the PG-13 movies were coming out and some remakes that were like okay, but they weren't great. Some of them were really good, but a lot of it were like, it was just a lot of money grabbing going around, and I hadn't really found myself like watching a lot of like indie horror or low budget horror as much. And my buddy turned me on. He's like, you gotta watch Hatchet, dude. He's like, it's a little bit old. This is probably like 2011. And so I popped it in and I was fucking blown away. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Right from the jump of this movie, with like the whole intro is unbelievable. You got Robert Englund in there, and then with Marilyn Manson and all this shit. It was fucking brilliant. I loved it. And not to mention, just it was kind of not my first time, because obviously Stephen King's from New England. He's from Maine as well, but Adam Green is from Massachusetts. He's from Boston. So New England filmmaker. I was like, oh man, I haven't really experienced this other than Stephen King, in his movies being adapted, or his books being adapted into movies. So that hyped me up, obviously. And so I just started diving into his whole category. But anyway, Hatchet like brought me back to horror. So like I'm huge on the movie. I'm huge on the whole franchise. All 4 of them I fucking love. He could make 20 of them and I'd be cool with it.
Is this an indie film?
I mean, I think it's a Dark Sky film technically. So I think it had.
They had a shit ton of names in that, man. I forgot going
Yeah.
into it. Yeah, like Candyman, Robert Englund. There was Grandma's Boy, the token black guy. Like
100%. And I don't think it was Adam Green's first movie. I think he had done a few before. So like he was kind of coming up in like that low budget horror scene a little bit. You know, he has a couple other movies that are fucking great. If you guys haven't,
and Kane
you know,
Hodder.
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Kane, yeah. I mean, even for a low budget indie, I mean, the kills, I mean, are incredible.
Mm.
I mean, how many times does blood or a head or something hit a tree? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the whole
Deep
movie
throated with a
basically, right?
chainsaw.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's fucking wild.
Well, way to go, right? That's how everyone wants to go,
If
surely.
you're gonna go with a chainsaw in your mouth, why not? Like,
Exactly.
And the work of the camera angles for the kills, since they are low budget and all like, you know, not really any CGI at all, like the camera angles are so cool. Like that jaw rip, right? The whole face rip scene with the turning, the whole 360-degree turn was done on purpose, obviously, because they had to switch the prosthetic in there and stuff like that. And it was, but it was done so well. It was sped up at the right time, slowed down at the right time, and it was kind of flawless in my opinion. I remember when I first saw that, I was like, "This is." I mean, Jesus Christ, we haven't seen shit like this since the Friday the 13th movies, or you know, any of the franchise movies back in the 80s, and it really blew me away. So I kind of like, it's almost like this weird emotional connection I have with Hatchet, which is so weird. If you watch the movie, it's just this dumb fucking happy-go-lucky slasher. You know what I mean? But for some reason I love it. I mean, I based my entire first short film off Hatchet, like not the story itself, but Victor Crowley, his self is what I based my short film Worm off of, and that character, because I loved it so much.
that's pretty cool.
I do. I'm sorry, but I love Kane Hodder. He's so fucking awesome.
Oh, he's
So
the
like
man.
anything with him in it, I'm just like, yeah, I'll fucking watch it.
Yeah.
And you get that rare, you know, acting from him without being the killer, you know, like
Yeah.
he's you know, Victor Crowley's dad as well, which is cool. You don't see him in that light very often, you know. It's few and far between you see him without a mask or a costume on, which is cool as well.
Apparently that was part of the appeal to this one for him, because it was that he was trying to move away from always being in makeup, and they sort of said to him, well, you can play this role as well. So he was like, oh cool, I want to do that, which I kind of love. I will say though as well, we did release earlier on our Instagram that we were going to be covering this film, and we said with some special guests, and immediately people were like, oh my god, tell me you got Kane Hodder. So no pressure,
No,
guys.
sorry.
No pressure, guys, but you've got to live up.
I don't
Good
think
luck.
we could be. If you did have the option to have Kane Hodder or us, I'd be like, hey,
Yeah, go with Kane.
Kane, come on in.
Kane's gonna do some weird shit though. He's gonna ask you guys to pull up your feet so you can look at him. Did you know that?
Definitely.
He's got a
Does he
foot
do that?
fetish.
He's a
Fuck
Or
weird
is
yeah,
he a
he
bit
does.
of a Tarantino?
He's a weird dude.
Yeah, he's got a big time foot fetish. But yeah, he's very open about his foot. He did I listened to the podcast. What's oh shit, the girl in Halloween who does
Yeah, Danielle Harris.
yeah, her and the other girl, Scout Taylor.
Scout Taylor Compton,
Oh,
yeah.
I have such
Yeah.
a crush on Danielle Harris.
They
So she's in. So she
Damn.
takes over Mary Beth's
She does.
character in Hatchet 2 and Hatchet 3.
I thought she was in that. I didn't see her in
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, the first girl hasn't been in many movies. She's been in like one other horror movie called Mace Kills, I think. But she wasn't like a huge actor. But then so Hatchet 2 takes over right after like Hatchet 1. It's like the same scene, but Danielle Harris. It's all of a sudden Danielle
It
Harris.
looks
I'm like,
really
"Holy shit."
weird.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that last scene was fucking like
Yeah.
Charlie.
it was. No,
By the way,
you don't
Charlie's
cut
gonna
off
hate this
halfway
film.
through.
Like she hates slashers,
Oh, you
so
hate
this
I
is
that.
don't
gonna be
hate
like
slashes.
no. You
No.
like Scream, I guess.
Yeah,
Anyway, Charlie, finish your thought.
Sorry.
but the way it cuts is so it's like eating chocolate cake and then someone takes the cake halfway through and you're not done. Or taking
Wow.
like a bite of donut,
Wow.
they slap it out and then take the rest of the donut away. It's like you don't.
No, it's more like having the donut slapped out of your hand by someone else's hand.
It's like a fucking
Not
seagull
attached to
coming
them.
along and nicking your chips. That's what it's like, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to explain it. Wow. I connected with that. But it's interesting. It's like they went the Friday the 13th route at the very end of the first Friday the 13th where Jason comes out and grabs her out of the boat and then it cuts out. But they went like a little further where there's like still action going on, and then they were like, all right, and cut. And it was kind of weird. And like I think if you didn't have for me, if you didn't have what saves it is you have a part 2, obviously, and it picks up right there, which is good. And it's good to, even though it is weird to have Danielle Harris just pop up in that scene, it's good to get it out of the way then, I feel like, and then the rest of the movie's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, it's a different girl. Whoa. And then it's like, okay, continue on with the story, you know? So it was a good idea, but yeah, it is weird that it just kind of cuts out in the middle of all that shit going on. I wonder if they had like more
I mean,
to that scene and they were like, we gotta like cut this back. Like
I
the
mean,
rest.
you could say that it's like Harry Potter, like Dumbledore changes halfway through because the first one died. So
Yeah.
As I said, that was a bit different.
yeah, but yeah,
I agree because then you have Danielle Harris through the next 2. And by the way, like I love Hatchet, but like Hatchet 3 is my favorite.
It's the goriest one, surely. Like
And
that.
it is the funniest. It is so good.
Yeah,
and like
it's very
he looks
self-aware.
and he looks better. Yeah, it's very in and of itself, you know what I mean? It reminds me of Scream in that aspect of like it's pointing out the obvious, right? It's very meta kind of. But like I love the way he looks in that. I love the way everything he had way bigger. Adam Green had way bigger of a budget for that one, and Danielle Harris is great. You have Sid Haig in that. You have Caroline Williams in that. You have again another, you know, just a slew of horror legends in that movie, which is great. I love all of them, but 3 is like I thought deserved to like be in theaters. You know what I mean? Like it was that good. So
Well,
if you guys haven't seen the rest, you got to watch them.
Well, can we quickly as well, because you just said about how he looks, I keep calling him Hatchet Man, Victor Crowley, how he looks, because again, it's such a typical horror thing to be like, oh, this person is deformed and therefore the bad guy, and then I like that they obviously put in a bit about him being bullied to actually give more context rather than him just being a dick.
Right.
But he died as a teenager, and then the next time we see him, he's a fully grown Kane Hodder, fucking
Right, yeah.
jacked. Has that guy got a gym in his shack? Like, where the fuck?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
also dead. Like, how has he kept developing? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, I think that's where you just find the budget of the movie and the storytelling, right? It's a little I think with slashers you can get away with that shit. It's like with Michael Myers. It's like everybody loves Michael Myers, but let's face it, the guy's died like 30 times.
True.
He always ends up in an ambulance, and then he wakes up in the ambulance fucking crashes, and he gets up and walks out every time. You know what I mean? Like, so you have there's these weird things in slasher movies where they're like, I thought they explained it well. Everybody hates Halloween Kills, and I loved it. And then everybody loved Halloween Ends, and I hated it. But
I loved it.
yeah. But like, what I liked about Halloween Kills is they gave this explanation of Michael Myers saying every time he kills, he transcends, which gave him this spiritual and haunting type of a lore behind him, and kind of explained, you know, that he is more powerful somehow. You know what I mean? Even though it's not really explained, but you know. So I think with slashers, you just kind of have that. You know, it's weird that they are like this weird. For all the franchises anyway, they're all kind of supernatural in a sense, you know, and Hatchet's kind of the same way, right?
Because that was it. Because there was like dead animals in his cabin, and I was like, okay, so if he's eating things, is he alive?
Yeah, he's
And
like a ghost. He's like a ghost, but he's eating.
He's
Yeah, it's odd.
Ghost with the munchies. What's happening? Like, but I think I kind of like that it kept you guessing if he was alive or dead.
Yeah.
But also, his dad literally pined for him for 10 years and then died. I'm going to assume he's dead. Like,
Yeah. And when you get into the sequels, it obviously goes into the legend a little bit more. Adam does really well at like connecting those stories, which is cool. But it's so funny that you have this big, large, and in charge Kane Hodder as this slasher, and he's just like, "Daddy." this weird thing that he does. He's just always searching for his father, but like says "Daddy." It's really weird.
I've forgotten the person's name, and of course that is not one of the ones I wrote down. But the I've just blanked on name. Victor Crowley, as we see them alive, so while Kane Hodder's the dad, was played by a girl, and I can't remember her name, but it was because as John Carl Buchler, I feel really bad saying his name wrong because he has Parkinson's.
Wait, Victor Crowley was played by a girl? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, like
well,
when he's like in the truck or something?
yeah. So
Okay.
because she volunteered for them because they were trying to like practice mask, like doing the face mask,
Right.
to like test it all out. And then when they went to film, they were like, well, it all fits, the cast all fits her face. So she acted as him alongside Kane Hodder, and then obviously Kane Hodder took over. Like when we see him come back, they're like twice the size.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just this like half the size as Kane Hodder but human. I can't remember her name.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
funny.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool little fact, actually. I didn't know that either. But that's funny because, like, when he's in the truck and, like, the kids are trying to scare him and he, like, turns around really quick,
Yeah.
he does look a bit different.
That's
That's
my
cool.
point.
It was giving me Wrong Turn vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrong Turn,
That
but as,
in-
like
inbred
mixed with Elephant
style.
Man. Like,
Definitely.
My partner did say this is just wrong turn in a swamp. I was like, yeah, kind of.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but like, I feel like this has a lot more action in it. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
gorier,
Wrong Turn's
like,
way worse.
Yeah,
That was
surely.
like a vague overview. That wasn't like
Especially when you get to, like, Wrong Turn fucking 7. You know
Yeah,
what I
then you
mean?
just
It's
wanna
like,
die.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, I get it as far as, like, that low budget style. But what I like about the Hatchet movies is he gets like every movie he got more money and it got better. Like, so
Yeah.
you know he's a good storyteller, he's a good director, he's a good writer.
Yeah.
Whereas
Terrified to take note.
sometimes you like fucking people get more money and they're like don't know what to do and it's like the same movie over again, you know, where Hatchet is the same movie over again, but it's like better still. It's like, yeah, we're gonna kind of do the same movie, but we're just gonna amp up fucking everything and make it funnier and gorier and shit like that and get more names. So he spends the money the right way and really cares about the project. And he's in the movie. I don't know if you guys knew he's in the movie at the beginning. He's one of the friends
yeah.
that are in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he doesn't say a word. He just kind of stands in the background. He's
Just
so funny,
vibing.
but yeah, he just vibes out. But
Yeah, because the woman that throws up outside the voodoo shop was oh my god, I had it written down. She was one of the producers, Sarah Elbert, and she was around like when they were trying to get the movie off the ground. She was like, go down to New Orleans and make a trailer, and it was like her idea. So they literally made like a trailer. She's like, we have to prove that we can do something. And then that trailer actually got some traction with some of the like some magazines, and I forgot the guy's name, but he was I think he worked for Fangoria, and then someone at Bloody Disgusting got involved because they thought the film had already been made. So they were like, oh, this looks amazing. So they were like, crap, now we really need to get some funding so that we can make this film. So it was really cool that everyone.
That's awesome.
The person who really gets hit by the bus as well was also one of the crew members. Like they just threw them all in there, like somewhere. It's great.
yeah, you got to on low budget shit. You just use what you have, like, which is really cool about indie horror, which we've learned. I mean, you watch any of Taylor's short films, it's him and his wife and like another friend. You know what I mean? You watch any of my films, it's me, my friend, my wife, or whatever. You know, it's you got to do it, which is cool. It sucks because it's hard as fuck. It makes the whole process longer and shittier, and you don't really want to act. Like, I don't want to act. I fucking hate acting. It's terrible. I fucking don't want to be on camera ever, but you don't have a lot of money, you got to do it. So you use people. You just, that guy's carrying a fucking boom mic. All right, hey, step in. We're gonna slit your throat or something, you know. Which is it just makes it cool though, and it makes I think that's why the horror genre and like horror fans are like so tight knit. Like, everybody's always involved in it and they feel more appreciated and they work harder because they get to do stuff like that, and like they're not paid to do it. It's not like, hey, we're gonna pay you an extra 10,000 to come in and like do this scene where you fucking puke on the ground or something. Like, it doesn't work, you know. You just do it because you have to. So it's kind of like a passion project all around when you get those indie horror movies and stuff, which is makes them that much better, especially when you take your notes and you know that stuff.
I was about to say, I really enjoy the notes. Like, you're giving me knowledge to something I had no. Like, I like Hatchet. I've never had a problem with. I've only seen the first one, but John's been telling me to watch him like crazy. But this right here is giving me knowledge of like, maybe I need to get into this a little bit more. It's a lot more than what I thought, you know.
They're all so good. I love them all. I really do.
I'm pumped to see 3, honestly.
Oh my god, 3! Like, it goes so crazy. Like, it is weird. It is one of the, like, for me, rare horror franchises where like it is each one is good.
Yeah.
Like you don't get, I feel like Evil Dead has that, and then maybe a couple of others, but weirdly with this franchise, like I enjoy each one. I thought
Yeah,
they
I
were
feel
really
like you could
great.
just keep making them, and I'd be like, fuck
They're
yeah.
just
Yeah.
fun,
Like,
right? Like
they
Mm.
really
fun
are. They
horror.
really are. Yeah, like they're all within like a week of each
Yeah.
other too. Like all the movies happen within like the same weekend
do.
and shit. It's
That's
crazy.
cool.
Like, so that's what's cool about it. It's like, oh, this one ends, then the next one picks up. Then that one ends, the next one picks up. Like, I think the only one that doesn't is Victor Crowley, quote unquote, is the title. It's not called
Yes.
Hatchet 4,
Yeah.
but I think that one's a little bit. Actually, I think it's like a day later or something. They crash and out of a plane, and like
Plane, yeah.
they're in the swamp, and you're like, oh, here we go again. He's out there fucking running around, you know.
But
But
Tal, I think they're right up your street. Like I think you'd like all of them. Like I think you would be a big fan. And even Charlie, like I think you'll appreciate them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna give it. So
Charlie's been quite quiet on the.
yeah, she has gone quiet.
Not a lot of love so far.
she's just looking at her
Mm.
score down there on a piece of paper, like, oh
Sorry.
man, they're gonna tear me up.
Oh God.
No, but he's just if you haven't watched any of his other movies, Adam Green, he made a movie called Frozen. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but
Oh
Yeah, let it
shit.
go.
dude,
The ski one, right? The snowboard one?
yes,
Yeah.
dude, it is so good. It is so good. It's a slow burn, but it is incredible, man. And he might have made that movie.
Don't
for
let her
fucking-
look. Don't
Yeah.
let her
Oh my
look.
god, when that scene is incredible. It like scared me. It really did.
That's
And
terrifying.
oh man, so I think Kane's in that as well. He's one of the ski lift
He
operators.
is.
Or no,
Yeah,
he's the he
he's the dude
drives
driving the thing. Yeah.
yeah, he's in like all the movies.
How
But
did they get those three though with such a little budget? How were they just like, we're gonna get Rob
They
Holley?
Yeah,
knew
like Tony
people.
Todd.
Robin
Yeah,
Williams,
Robert
Tony Todd.
Englund.
They knew people. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how they did it, but they knew people. Yeah.
they're just good friends now. I think once they did Hatchet together, like Kane was just in for the ride because he's
Yeah.
that guy. Like he wants to work with Adam because they have that friendship, and he's like, dude, you pay me this amount every time.
You know
Fucking
what?
good,
This. All right. So like, I was rewatching Hatchet the other night, and have you guys heard about Kill Her Goats?
No.
Let me see if.
I have, yes.
Um.
I remember you telling me about this movie, dude.
This reminds me of a more pornographic Hatchet. And so like Kane's in this as well. And
Of course he is.
when I was watching Hatchet the other night, I'm like, wow, he's not really straight too much because that just come out not too long, and it's an indie film too. So it could be like the next one down
Next
the
thing.
line, you know? Yeah,
Right,
he's
right.
very cool. I just thought that.
Well,
Sorry.
dude, yeah, I
awesome.
think he just has like a loyalty to, cause like when he made Hatchet, I mean, he was kind of out of the game for a little bit. I feel like, I
Yeah.
mean, that he was basically done he was done being Jason at that point for a few years. You know, the movie
Hey,
came out.
He did like
Help me out. Was it 07?
06.
06. Okay, so I was a
Close one.
junior in high school. Like so he was out for a few years. You know what I mean? And like,
he did a few things like Green River. I think it was Green River Killer. There's
Yep.
a couple like face films, you know, where
Right,
he
right.
wasn't in a mask. But yeah, I think Hatchet was like his next big thing. Back into like that type, like Jason.
Well, yeah,
look,
and
you
being
know?
like a stunt man,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is what he's always really been. So like, I think there's a reason you go to the cons and like he has his pictures out and it's fucking Jason and it's Victor Crowley. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a reason for that. Like it's iconic at this point, and like, and it's one of those ones. You know what it reminds me of, Taylor? We were talking about the other day. It doesn't remind me of the movie itself, but it reminds me of like movies like The Burning, where like
Oh,
when
yeah.
The Burning came out, people were like probably like, this is awful. Like, you know what I mean? They were probably like, this is okay. Like, it's just another slasher campy movie. But then 20, 30 years down the line, everybody's like, that movie fucking rules. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Why was this not like one of the bigger movies in the 80s? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we said that with
Hatchet
loads.
kind of reminds me of
Yeah.
that.
Like Silence of the Lambs wasn't considered that big at the time. It's
Yeah.
like, it's pretty huge.
Well, Silence of the
Um,
Lambs is like a
Dude,
different animal, dude.
I
That movie's so
I
good.
love that. I love Silence of the Lambs, but Manhunter, the original one,
Mm.
which is the Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Did
Right.
All right, so the Manhunter, the one that was before all of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
hands down the best of all of them. It's so fucking good.
Really?
I see. The reason why I feel like Silence of the Lambs did as well as it did was because of Anthony. Is it Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's just perfect. You
Oh,
know,
he's incredible, man.
He's
His dialogue is
unreal.
just,
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely perfect.
have
But
the
so
lamb stopped screaming?
yeah,
Mm.
so
Fuck,
so Manhunter is about him, but it's not Anthony Hopkins, and it's actually about another killer. So like it entwined. So it's Red Dragon essentially, but Red
Right.
Dragon was awful compared to this. Like, dude, Manhunter's great.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Fuck,
Yeah,
that sounds great. Well, it's that thing where what's huge right now too is like, true crime is obviously big, but it's like getting in the mind of like Taylor's a huge true crime serial killer guy. And like I think on the surface it feels like a weird thing to like, but
Yeah,
like
that's-
when you get into the mindset of something like that, that's why people love Silence of the Lambs. It's not because the killer gets caught or doesn't get caught or whatever,
It's what he does.
it's what he does and
Yeah.
what he says and how he confuses people and why he's so intelligent and like, you know what I mean? Like when he says
Mm.
the whole have the lamb stop screaming thing, it's like, dude, I fucking A.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. I'm like, I just got a boner. Like, holy shit, dude. You're so good. You're so good.
I
It's
need
like
to
that
watch it.
weird, that
Yeah.
weird thing. Oh my god.
We covered it
sounds-
recently, and Charlie wasn't able to come onto the episode. And when we often do like a teaser when a film that we've covered is about to come out, and they would crop the bit where like Clarice meets Hannibal Lecter for the first time, and we were going to crop Charlie's face onto Hannibal Lecter. I really wish we did that now.
we should have.
Right.
Cheers,
It's a
guys.
deep regret of
You're welcome.
mine.
Of all the regrets.
It's all right. You've put me in other teasers.
We
No,
have.
Yeah, we
no.
have. Yeah.
have.
So you're still there with us in spirit.
Love it.
Charlie, you're covered in tattoos.
Yes.
I love it.
Cool, man.
Thank
Can
you.
you have
Cool
a drink?
shit.
Come here.
Cool shit. Yeah,
Very,
but
very cool.
Hatchet to me is like one of those ones like Burning, where it's like I think in another 10 years people are gonna be like, holy shit, this whole franchise is fucking dope. And I don't know if he's even done making them yet. Like I don't know if if Kane Hodder agreed to do another one, he'd fucking do Hatchet 5. I really do.
This is a thing, again, I haven't seen them all yet, but
Yeah.
again, is it going to get to the point like Friday 13th or Nightmare where they end up getting too ridiculous and you end up with like, well, we covered Jason vs. Manhattan last week and it got to the point where we were like, part 8 was enough to tell you it wasn't going to be a great film. It was going to be
Right.
funny, but not a great film. Like, is Hatchet, I'm going to mute you, Charlie, because you're making low noise.
Dude, no, I'm watching everything she's doing. She's sitting here about to
I'm really curious, but like,
summon some demons and shit.
it's so loud, and I can just think of the editing.
Oh, she's got the
Um,
incense going. She's like, I gotta clear my thoughts here.
But yes, I'm like, I'd rather they cut it with less
Yeah.
films if those films are like quality over quantity. But you never know, because again, like they could still smash out some like 4 more great films, and you just don't know. till the
Sure.
end.
Hey,
Yeah, I think with like the first of all with the Friday the 13th films and like the Freddy films, and Halloween, it was like you got to the point where they were so like it wasn't like Hatchet where those movies were so fucking popular.
Yeah.
You put Jason in space and a million people are gonna go watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was that big, he was that popular. Where
Yeah.
Hatchet, I don't think has that following. So like,
No.
and Adam Green's such a good writer that I think he would only make it if the fans were like, "Fuck yes," and Kane Hodder was like, just imagine like the telephone rings
Yeah.
and Adam Green picks it up. I don't know why he's on a landline, but
I
he
know.
is. And it's just like, hello? He's like, it's Kane. He's like, let's fucking do it. I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go, dude. Like, I would totally be down for it. But you're right. I mean, it gets to a point where it's a little ridiculous. To be honest, like even Victor Crowley, the last one he did was probably the worst out of all of them. But at the same time, he had a huge budget for it and knew what he was doing at that point. He's a veteran
Mhm.
filmmaker. Then I was like, oh, you've never seen Victor Crowley like this before. So
Right.
it was really focused on how he looked and like the cinematography was great. And you had this crashed airplane that was all broken apart and like the setting was so cool, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like this, I think it was like throwing a bone to the fans. It was like, this is for you. We're gonna give you Victor Crowley on a silver platter, basically, and make him look unbelievable. Give you Kane Hodder at its best, like shit like that. But yeah, I mean, you're right. You could get to the point where it's like, oh, Hatchet 5, and then it just fucking sucks, and you're like, fuck. Now I have to talk about Hatchet and be like, oh, until 5, and then it sucks. You know what I mean? So I get that. If he never made another one, I'd be fine with it.
And that's, I think sometimes it is like, cool, you've told the story. But this, when you say about Adam Green, so I watched this like behind the scenes things, sorry, like the making of, and it's so funny, like what his energy is ridiculous. And there was actually a clip of him on the phone, but it was to Robert England. And then like he hung up and he was like, who am I? Who do I think I am? Like,
I don't know who I am right now.
And he was like absolutely fanboying. When he went to meet Kane Hodder, they had to say to him, you can't, he was like, can I bring my stuff for him to sign? Like, no, you've got to play it cool. Like, he's such a fanboy, just getting to do what he loves. But a lot of the crew and the cast was saying, because they basically spent like 2 weeks in a swamp, or it was like a made swamp, but like getting rained on, getting wet, like just all of them were night shoots. And they just had to keep powering through. But like, you watch every time like they pull cut, Adam Green's like bouncing up and down. He's like, yeah, that was great. Let's go again. Like, and they only really had like one take for everything because they just didn't have the time. Because night, like morning was coming. But I just think that's like when you see his energy, you're like, okay, I get why people wanted to keep making these films, why they were just having so much fun. It does it good.
And like Taylor, if you were to have Kane Hodder on one of your movies, right? Like, are you gonna be like, yeah, we gotta do that again? You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, I'd be like, that was killer, dude. Fuck yeah, let's move on. You know?
Everything you do is perfect.
He's so fucking. He's like salt and pepper, dude. He's seasoning. He knows what the fuck he's doing. You know.
Correct. But I also think being a stuntman his whole career, he understands that, you might have to do 10 takes of this. I mean, that's why he got set on fire one time. Like, you know what I mean? He's got he literally has burns. Like his whole shit is fucked up because, he knows what it's like to do a bunch of takes. But as a young up and coming filmmaker, I mean, that energy, I think if you're an older veteran actor, like that gets you back into it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not just a paycheck. It's like, I forgot that I have passion for this. And maybe that's what Kane felt. Maybe that's what Robert Englund felt, that, and in Hatchet 3, Derek Mears isn't it, who played
what?
Derek Mears isn't it? So like,
I definitely think I'm going to like Hatchet 3.
Dude,
sounds like
Hatchet
a
3 is
solid
so
cast.
Fucking good, man. And it's the comedy in it is like done well, where it's
so
not
good.
like, it's not cheesy because it's supposed to be serious and it's funny. It's like funny because it's supposed to be funny. Like in that situation, it's like making light of all the fucked up shit that's going on. Like there's this part, dude. I don't want to say too much, but like some guy's testicles are hanging from a tree, and it's like the most ridiculous scene you've ever seen, and it's one of the best scenes I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. It's actually in the trailer, I think. So if you go watch the Hatchet 3 trailer, you'll see it. But it is so funny, dude. And Derek Mears plays like a
cop.
Yeah, he plays like an FBI guy. You know what I mean? Or like a sergeant.
I might have fucking watched it. Yeah, he was kind of a douche, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that.
Yeah.
I'd have to revisit it.
There's a death scene, I think it's Hatchet 3, which is like one of the goriest things I've ever seen in my life. I think, John, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
like
there's a dude.
like,
It's like,
yeah, because you guys have to watch it to understand like how violent it is.
Dude.
I will now.
He uses like a belt sander like throughout all the movies too, like is fucking crazy. Like he's just he knows what he's doing.
Is it electric or is it?
Dude, you don't even know. It's like battery powered, because how is it going to be electric? Yeah, but it's like, where is it plugged into?
It's probably got like
it just makes sense.
Pack or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, no.
What was it? What was Friday the 13th part 8 or something like that? Where he's like, he just comes out of the woods and he's got like a ton of different fucking like objects, like a weed whacker and just all kinds of other shit. You know,
It's like he has
I think
an
it's like
extension
Kane's.
cord.
It's like Kane's thing. He's like, I'm just gonna pick up random fucking tools
Crazy
wherever
shit,
I'm
dude.
at.
And they
It just
do it
makes
in Hatchet.
sense.
They play off in Hatchet. And how cool of it in Hatchet 3 to have Derek Mears and Kane Hodder in the same movie. Like,
That yeah, well,
where
you
did
know,
that come from? Because that's not a duo you'd think would work
no.
together. You know what I mean?
Wait, so hold up. Let me go back. I think I might have seen Victor Crowley. Is Derek
That's the
Mears in
fourth
that one?
No,
Okay, then
that's the fourth one.
I've had to have seen the third one.
Dude, the third
I-
one,
I remember he's
they
like-
have a
great.
battle. Like they battle, and it's fucking
Yes,
awesome.
I do
It's
remember
awesome.
that. Fuck,
It
man,
is
I
so
forget
good.
that
Like
shit.
it makes you stand up and be like, "This? Are you kidding me? Both
I think-
Jasons going at it? Like, come on, man."
I think I've
fucking
watched
intense.
these movies whenever they come out, and I just like kind of like was like, yeah, they're good, and then blocked them out or something. I don't know what the fuck happened. Because I remember really digging Hatchet. I thought everything about his face looked cool. You
Yeah.
know?
With the hatchet cut across the face.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Just like the overalls are just fucking stupid looking, but awesome at the same time. And you first see him, and he's just like, he does this.
know-
Yeah.
He does this weird fucking. You're like, what the hell is he doing?
What
I
is
was-
this guy? Who is he?
Yeah.
What's his deal?
Is he?
I was-
Oh yeah. He's like, this guy's a ghost. Like, what are we?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
what the
Like,
fuck are you?
Still don't know.
He's just ripping people
I don't know
apart.
what who
like-
you. Yeah, it's
He has
fucking
a-
crazy.
He has a gym or something. But he comes out at one point like with a spade, I think, and doesn't break their leg, he cuts the leg off.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
for me,
Yeah.
Of course he does.
but that for me, I think I would have preferred to have like a snap and the bone come out.
Yeah, it's just like he swings it like a baseball bat and it just comes off.
Yeah, I was like, that no. Like the only bit where I was like, that was too
It's to show the power.
Yeah, but I was like, no, like a bone coming out of the skin would have been so much fucking
Right.
gorier.
Right. But you
Like-
may never know. They might have been like, dude, we don't have any more money. Like,
Yeah,
we
with no
can only show
budget.
this fake leg like
Yeah.
flying off.
Just just stand on one foot. Like like I get there was probably a reason for it, but I was like,
Of
oh,
course, yeah.
could have been so much gorier.
But
It's
yeah,
just
as
that
a
one bit.
but no, it's good. It's good to point that out because as a viewer, that's how you have to take it. You can't
Yeah.
always, I mean, I think as podcasters and like reviewers, we dive into the the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So you find all this information out, which makes you appreciate everything. But at the same time, as a viewer, if you're just watching it, that's stuff you have to take into consideration. And the
Yeah.
filmmakers know that. The filmmakers know that they're gonna be like, there's no way Adam Green looked at that and was like, yeah, that's the best. That was the best.
Yeah,
we
so
did."
realistic.
He's
Like,
Yeah,
like, that was
awesome.
perfect. It's not like he had other takes with bones coming out and he was like, we're
Yeah.
not gonna go with that. We're gonna go with the leg just flying off like it got hit by a golf club or something, you
just
know?
yeet it off.
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
exactly.
he was ripping people's faces in half, so maybe he does have that stuff. But like,
Ripped heads off, yeet them.
Yeah.
Legs,
I mean,
yeet them.
when you had that one guy just like, or you had the woman just have her absolute face just ripped open, you were kind of like, well, we used quite a bit of money on that part. Like, we're gonna have to sacrifice on this end and shit like that, you know?
I love it's like when the arms get pulled backwards and ripped off. That's fucking savage.
Yeah, it's like everybody was just buried in the ground for this movie. It feels like everybody was just buried, and then they just ripped fake shit off everybody. You know what I mean?
So how are we gonna do this? Everyone get down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone put your hand in your shirts and
Yeah.
then
Very old school for sure.
It's so I do love as well, like literally the first scene where the brother gets ripped up.
Yeah,
And you could tell one of them because obviously like, oh no, this limb has thrown against the tree. You could tell it was someone just launching it at the trees.
definitely
just
just
like-
threw it.
I'm okay
He said,
with it.
"And action."
Yeah,
Someone just
it's
Yeah.
popped it at
great.
the tree.
Just
It's so
chucking shit. You could tell the one
It's
bit looks
so
quite.
good.
One bit looked like like flying, and then one bit you could tell someone would like thrown it, and I was like,
I wouldn't be
It's fucking
surprised
great,
if you like.
man.
I wouldn't be surprised if you like slowed it down if you could see a shadow of someone just being like,
You probably
so
can.
good.
probably, but worth it. It was, I don't know, it just caught me off guard. I was like, I
So
think that's the only bit that does make it look a bit like low budget is the lighting. So as you say, you might be able to see like a shadow because they're
Yeah,
like,
for
let's
sure.
get the flashlight, and it's very well lit.
yeah, like have a
Awesome.
box light at night time.
But
yeah,
you're very
But-
forgiving of that because you're like, this is clearly low
Correct.
budget, and they're trying.
But this is the thing though, like I find like nowadays though we have it where stuff if it's nighttime, like
You
for
can't
example
see.
that Game of Thrones episode where it's like pitch black and you can't see a fucking thing throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, so I'd rather this.
I do kind of miss that early 2000s. I can actually see what's happening.
Yeah, Game of Thrones with the whole like battle, like
Oh, it's just
it's
in the
dark.
dark.
everybody was like, this is better than the Battle of Helm's Deep. I'm like, hold on, no, it's not. First of all, it's
I
not
can't
better.
fucking see
I
anything.
can't see a damn thing. And then like you build up the entire show with these White Walkers that are so badass, and then they just die within a night. I'm like, okay, that sucks.
That
And I
that
didn't see one
whole
thing.
the whole thing was fucking rushed at the end. That pissed me off so bad.
100%, 100%.
God,
Maybe
there were
I
so
think
many
I'm-
like symbols not being fucking like, like give me what happened there. Why were their bodies laid everywhere and you didn't fucking tell me? Like I don't know.
Yeah. And the main White Walker is fucking Richard Brake. Badass, dude.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, it's
I got-
fucking Richard Brake. He's just like,
Yeah,
when he does that scene when they're across the pond and he just goes like this and they
Yeah.
all just stand up again, I'm just like, dude, holy
they're so
fuck.
cool. They're so cool.
Unbelievable. And I'm like, that's fucking Richard Brake. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That guy rules. Like
Maybe it
I
was
hated
them-
31, but when he's like, I'm not crazy, I'm in control, and he's just punching himself
Yeah.
in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that good?
I wasn't sure about 31. But he's awesome. So like I'll just kind of
Yeah.
watch anything he's in because he's
I
just
don't
great,
like
but-
31. It was very our friend Chris explained it to me perfectly. We were talking about we were trying to relate Taylor, this is really funny. You'll like this. I was talking to Chris and we were relating alcohol to horror movies. And
Shout out to Whiskey Morgue.
Shout out to Whiskey Morgue. Yeah, correct. Yeah, Whiskey Morgue's awesome. You guys should have him on. He's great. But he was talking about, I can't remember what alcohol it was. I think it was tequila or rum or something like that. And he's like, it's like Rob Zombie movies.
3 from Hell.
He's like, you either fucking love it or no, no, you know what it was? Have you guys ever done a pickleback? You know what a
Okay,
Okay, what?
a pickleback
Jay-
is?
Jameson and pickle juice.
I
Yeah.
will-
So
it's in
so
the
you
fridge
take
right
a
now.
nice. So you take a shot of Jameson, then you shoot it with pickle juice. And he
Oh,
was talking,
God.
and
Ugh.
me and Chris were talking about it, Taylor. And he's like, picklebacks are like Rob Zombie movies. He's like, you either fucking love picklebacks or you fucking hate them, and there's no in between. And I was like, that's true. Like, that's a great way to say it. Because I love Rob Zombie movies. Like, there's a few I don't like, but for the most part, I fucking love Rob Zombie. He's fucking great. But very, very true statement. I was like, wow, that was a good statement.
I adore anything Rob Zombie does. There's nothing he can do wrong.
I've
in
only
my
not
opinion.
liked 2. I've only not liked 2, which is, I think that's pretty good. I feel like
31, I agree. It's on the bottom.
that
what was the
that
other one?
and 3 from Hell. I'm not like a huge.
Oh my Jesus Christ, Baby was fucking awesome, dude.
See, I
Fuck,
wanted
Stan.
more Richard Brake. I
Yeah.
wanted more Richard Brake in that movie,
Dude,
That
it,
more-
like it showed you, like even Otis was like, she's not the same, man. She's different. Like, dude, like
well, when you say it cool with the Southern accent like that, it sounds better. But
that's what I'm saying. Like he even noticed that his sister was fucking crazier. So like
right.
that movie was about Baby, man. That I fucking loved.
Which is fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that people love it. You know what I mean? I'm glad that for the
No, we're
most
gonna
part,
have words after.
for the most part, I'm glad it did well. You know what I mean? But House of a Thousand Corpses is
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah,
Lords of
I-
Salem is fucking iconic.
beautiful.
Devil's Rejects.
Devil's
Yeah.
Rejects, iconic. The first Halloween, I fucking love.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, what do you guys think about the second Halloween, Rob Zombie?
I
The
love.
second
I
one,
love
I'm
it.
not a big fan, but I
I'm a-
didn't
I'm a huge
hate it. I
fan.
just didn't like how I didn't like the whole white horse shit.
I didn't like that either. Yeah.
I liked it because I like the fact of like Zombie's brain. Like I like the way that he thinks of things.
It's a Rob
Yeah.
Zombie film for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just everything about it, like it was just
Yeah.
showing you in the mind of them, and that's kind of the where his brain went with it. So I was down for it all the way. Like at first, walking into it in theaters when it come out, I was like, yeah, because I read he was not going to go the way that part 2 actually went, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm so excited. And then I walked out. I'm like, what the fuck was that? But then it took me it took me a good 5 years really before I really started like, all right, I dig this. Like it's good.
Okay.
It gets a different aspect on Lori and like just I don't know. Like
That's
I've
what
like,
I've always liked about Taylor too. Is
I'm a
Taylor,
fucking Halloween fan, man.
but also
His fan, not the other one. I hate the
Taylor's.
originals.
Yeah, he doesn't like the originals.
Yeah,
but
same with Charlie. Charlie couldn't stand it. Could you, mate?
Terrible.
Was that Halloween?
Halloween. John Carpenter's
Nah, it's
Halloween.
drank.
It's 40 something minutes before you get a first kill. Everything, nothing happens.
Yeah, no, it's just a
Duh,
film
duh.
about a guy who likes standing by hedges and just walking.
It's so
Yeah, how
good.
is that not
You
real?
just want the hillbilly deluxe version.
It was just.
How is that not real?
So Charlie, have you seen Rob Zombie's Halloween?
No.
Sounds
haven't
like
seen
you'd
any
like
Rob
that.
Zombie
I
movies.
feel like you'd really like that because it's completely
Mm.
it's completely different.
It's a slasher. Charlie, you
It's
don't
a
like
slasher,
slashers.
so it's already sort of going against me.
Yeah, it's a slasher,
fucking
but it's
brutal.
like it's brutal though. And they go into like what's cool about Rob Zombies is, by the way, what are you guys gonna call this episode? This is wild.
Hatchet. Hatchet, Hatchet, etc.
That's a borderline wild name for this episode. I'm just saying. But it is, but like it's psychological too, in my opinion. The first one, because like
It really shows you the
going-
backside of
yeah,
Michael, like
yeah.
the whole childhood.
the childhood of him. Yeah, it's
I've had
creepy.
people come to me and they're like, "Well, this happened in in the '78." Like we're arguing about '78 and Rob Zombies. They're like, "Well, this happened." I'm like, "No, the fuck, it didn't actually. You remember that from Rob Zombies." Like,
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, I'll tell you what, we'll ask you. So we normally say this for the end. However, I think it's going to be a slightly longer conversation tonight. Would you survive Hatchet?
Definitely.
Yeah. How? Okay, you have to say how. You can't just say yes. You have to have a plan.
First of all, I'm just not getting on that fucking
Oh,
boat with
no.
I'm just not getting on that
My
boat.
people are here. They understand.
This
I'm
is
just not getting
Char-
on that fucking. I'm
this
not
is-
going on that tour.
This is Charlie's fucking answer for everything. Is I'm just not going to be there, and it's like no.
I don't know. I do it
Fuck
like
off.
on excursions when I'm on holiday. So
But like with that particular Asian fellow, like
I don't know. It
He's
looks
gotta-
a bit dodgy.
if he's
he
on
was
there
my
and he's
favorite.
oh, he's so good, and he's in all of them. He's in all of them, but
Is
he's a
he
different
really?
character.
Did he die? Oh.
He's a different character in
Is he
all of
playing
them.
his own brother?
It's fucking
Yes,
crazy.
seriously.
You've got
Like,
the annoying guy from Dodgeball as
Tell
well.
Tell, you have no idea.
Tell you nailed it. He plays his brother,
Yes.
and it's hysterical.
Oh, I can't wait
But
to see that.
him putting on the accent, like the Bayou accent, I'd be like, I'm not going with this guy. There's no fucking
See,
way I'm going with this
that's
guy.
where I would fault. I would be like, I'm so down. This dude clearly not this, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
like,
and you
I
know
would
what?
go.
Taylor might get me on that boat. So if we're talking about now we're on the boat and it crashes,
Yes.
now I'm not sure.
I guarantee you, I'm getting ate by the gator because I get fucked up.
Taylor's like, wow, look at that gator.
Yeah.
See you later.
Pet
I
the gator,
think I
pet
can
the
get
gator.
it.
What a way
I
to
can
go.
get it.
But like what's funny about all the Hatchet kills is he just comes out of fucking nowhere. There's no like
He's a bang.
he's just there.
Yeah,
and
he
he's like,
does.
"Ugh," and then you're fucked. Like you get ripped in half. There's no like it's not like he slowly kills you either, and no one helps. Everybody runs away. So like if I'm with
You're
all of
fucked.
you, I'm
Yeah.
you know, and you guys just scatter, I'm fucked. Like there's no way. I'm getting
Especially
home.
Charlie, she doesn't give a shit. Like
Oh.
every time we do Witch 5, she's like, nah, I'd be out there.
Fucking
Like
out.
she is like, if
Every-
she was a final girl, she would fuck up like
Every
everyone
person
else.
for herself.
She would only be a final girl, yeah, because she'd sacrifice everyone.
Yeah, she would.
because she wouldn't
I'm
even get on the,
surviving.
she
I was
wouldn't get
about
on
to
the
say,
boat
yeah.
either. She's a
She wouldn't be on the
she's
boat.
a first girl. She's fucking out of there first
Yeah.
first thing.
She'd never be a final girl because she's like, I'm staying at Mardi Gras kind of deal, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
Just
I
get my
have no
tits out
real
of Mardi
interest
Gras.
in Mardi Gras either. Like, I'm quite happy with the one over in Fort Park. Like,
Mate.
you keep
That's
it
true.
over in America. I'll just
That's
go
the
to
other
Fort
thing. I'm
Park,
not I'm not leaving Mardi Gras. I mean, just
No.
boobs everywhere. I'd be like, I think I'll just stay here. I'm not gonna take the weird voodoo tour. Like
No, I'm not leaving the section that you could drink outside. That's where I'm
Correct, yeah.
staying. Just like once you
Okay.
go somewhere and they're like, you got to put up your container. No, I'm out.
yeah, no, see you later.
So have you
No
guys,
brown
seems
bag
like-
today.
have you
Which
done
seems like
Mardi Gras?
doesn't seem like it happens at Mardi Gras. I'm pretty sure you could take it anywhere you go. So
Hell,
Have
you've done
you-
Mardi Gras, right?
I got to do Mardi Gras last year.
oh yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking about that on
Yeah.
our episode, yeah.
Because it's fucking hilarious to me that you're like, oh, we can drink in the street, and like literally in England that's not a problem.
You're
Yeah,
doing that
yeah.
from 13.
But the funny thing was, I was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. I wasn't there for the actual day. I was there like 5 days before. So like all the festivities were still happening. We were like, there was the parades and everything. But I did a fucking voodoo tour while I was there. I did a fucking ghost story tour while I was there. I didn't do a swamp tour because I was literally there for like 2-3 days. So I just didn't have time. But I was watching this going, I'm fucking dead, because in the hostel I was looking at the leaflets and there was like a zip wire through a swamp and I was like, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah. How was it down there anyway? I mean, it's a weird place. Louisiana's a weird place, man.
It was great.
It's hot.
Freezing.
Seems very sweaty down there.
Do you know what? It was freezing, and it was
really
because it was February. The first day I was there, it was alright, and then it absolutely Louisiana downpour. So when it just starts pissing it down with rain, I got stuck in that, which was so funny because I was like, "I'm English, I can deal with rain." I was like, "What the fuck? Where did this come from?" And then it just downpoured for like 20 minutes and then was done. I was like, "All right, I just dropped." So all my because I was there for I think I was there for 2 nights. So I literally had a backpack. So all my stuff was like laid out trying to dry. So then I only had a dress and I had to tie a shirt around my waist to stop it blowing up because there was so much fucking wind. So there's a picture.
Sounds like a great trip, man. Sounds like
but there's a picture of me with my leather jacket zipped up, which I never zip it because I was so fucking cold. But with a dress on and
crop the picture right
trying
now.
to keep it down, like it's rounded somewhere. But I was, but it was just freezing. Like all the wind was coming straight off the river.
You're not
really
a true Brit if you're not complaining about the weather.
Oh, exactly. But
especially on holiday.
Weather of my trip. But it was fucking great. And then I went to Florida straight from there. So I was like, oh fuck, it's
oh god.
Yeah, I was there for a conference.
Shitty places.
The armpit.
Oh look, I loved New Orleans.
Florida's like if you just lifted your arm and just threw sand right here.
And then just walked around forever.
It's like, I don't think you
just sat in a sauna. You just sat in a sauna.
That looks cool though. That's on Bourbon Street, right?
Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
That's
cool.
So when
it's like Bourbon Street, Easy Street, all those.
I've never been. I want to go so fucking bad, but it's
Taylor,
so
we should
hot.
go, bro. We should go, bro.
No.
Go in February.
Just go together and complain.
Take a jump up.
Because if I go visit Taylor in Tennessee, like which I hope to do, like I'm just gonna complain. I could go in October and I'm gonna fucking complain about the heat then, because where I'm from, I'm fucking way north. You know what I mean? So it's like right now, it's like I'm freaking out. It's like I'm gonna go outside with shorts and no shirt on because it's 59 out.
Dude, fuck! It was 80 something today. It was fucking hot.
No, it is right now. It's the nicest day we've had. It's
you guys have like Celsius, right?
Celsius, yeah.
It's 60.
0
it's
to 100. Makes sense.
It's 63 right now, and it's the hottest day we've had. Like, I'm supposed to do yard work, and then I was like, wait, I'm just gonna do a podcast.
Hey Siri.
15. That's like a nice summer's day for us.
Yeah,
it's 15
this
degrees.
Is like...
Which his or mine?
59. If we got to 59, we'd all be in t-shirts.
It's been like 15 degrees recently, hasn't it?
Yeah, and then
I've been out in t-shirts. I haven't worn a coat in like 3-4 weeks.
We just got a foot of snow like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we don't get that either. Like we just have shit weather, but we don't even get like the good stuff. Like we get
crazy. We had a crazy winter, man. I think when we had our episode, I was like, I think we were buried.
Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah.
Actually, on that, the differences between Americans and England. How do you say TWAT?
What?
Because it was said in this film.
Do you guys say twat?
Twat.
Twat.
I did fucking twat.
You don't say twat when there's an A in there.
That person's such a twat.
Because like American, she calls them a stupid twat, and I was like,
"Fucking yeah, twat." We say twat.
It's an A.
I mean, to be honest, I don't say twat very often. So I'm trying to think about it.
Oh no,
those two things are kind of forbidden here, but
that's a great one. Twat isn't even like a bad one either.
No.
If you say the C word here, it's fighting words.
To be fair, as we said, I'm more likely to call these two cunts as friends. I'm more likely to call someone I dislike a twat.
Yeah, I tagged you guys. I tagged you guys in my. I was shouting out people the other day on my story, and I tagged you guys, and I said cunts, and I even put the little asterisks in there.
Don't come at me.
So people wouldn't come at me, because I thought people were gonna be like, "You shouldn't call females that, bro." And I was like, they said it was okay. It's fine.
They've literally requested it.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you called us twats, though, we'd be highly offended. even though it's not technically a swear.
No,
Really?
I
If
wouldn't
somebody
care.
called me a twat,
I wouldn't care.
I'd care more than if they called me a cunt.
It depends on how they say. If they call me a fucking twat,
Exactly. But
maybe.
when do you
Twat.
ever call your mate a twat?
Anything with a fucking in front of it just
It's bad, yeah.
It's like right there.
Or like
you know?
fucking cunt.
But like,
Well,
cunt.
Yes.
See, I like if someone,
That's so good.
my most hated word is moist. So if someone was
Ugh.
like fucking moist, I'd be
Moist
like,
cunt.
you come at me. You know?
The
So
swamp
moist.
and the swamp and
Thanks,
Hatchet.
Charlie, for that.
The swamp and Hatchet seems moist
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
So
Moist and
Okay,
warm.
let's wrap. I think we got through this one.
Charlie, would you survive?
Of course I'm surviving.
Yeah, but how? Don't
By
say
being a
to the
fucking
Mardi Gras.
cunt and not
I
and
love
leaving
her.
you
For
guys
being a
for your
fucking
fucking-
twat.
for being a fucking twat and leaving you guys
man.
going your ghost tour. I'm staying.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
You would be the cunt on the boat. You'd literally fucking.
I'd be the
pile us all
cunt
up, just
driving
walk-
the boat,
walk
knowing
over
me.
us. You
Right.
I'm
are
gonna be
you
honest.
can't
I'm with Charlie, and I'm staying behind with her. I'm just drinking.
See,
I'm
we're,
not
we're
going
just gonna
on. Though.
party.
Yeah, I'm not going on. We're gonna look at tits and shit. I'm not going. You know.
Tits and
I'm-
feet.
yeah, that's good
Tits
with
and
me.
feet.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
I'll be selling some feet pics on Fit Finder.
Just
Imagine that if you sent
Not
a
my own
foot
feet,
pic and
but
you're like,
I'll-
look
I'll-
at these feet, and then someone was dying in the fucking Huntington swamp, and the last thing they
I
saw.
tell you what, portable
was the
feet though,
feet
like
pic.
just pick up that leg, take it to a beach, nice sandy beach.
Yeah.
Foot
Yeah. Get as many pictures as you can before it rots,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, literally.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Oh, Taylor, are you surviving?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Actually, like, I would definitely go. I would definitely go. I would probably be the guy with the camera. Woo,
Yes.
show me, ladies. You know, like
Show
something
me.
like that.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
but
He's
I
making
like
his
to
home
think,
take your
video.
tops off.
Yeah,
I
I would like
forgot
to
about
think-
that guy. We didn't even talk about that guy. What a weird thing.
I would like to think I would throw my camera at whatever first and then take off
Yes.
running. But you know, I've been known to walk around with some beef jerky in my pocket, so I will probably die by a gator for sure.
Gator would get you.
You just gotta learn how to fight gators.
There's no such
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, there
Punch
is. I've
it.
been watching TikToks of men
That's
fighting
their-
gators and picking them
Oh,
up and all
God.
sorts.
Fucking
Those
guys
spoiler.
motherfuckers are like supernatural. That's not real.
Yeah.
People can't do that.
Katie, are you
Yeah,
surviving?
they're on like fucking
Heroin,
fentanyl and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
bath salts, fucking fighting a gator.
No, I'm not. Like for fucking Victor Crowley, fuck that shit. There's no way I'm surviving.
Yeah, he's
like,
iconic. He's
he's
iconic.
terrifying. He's like invincible. He'll just tear your fucking spleen out. Like,
Right.
no.
Are
Are you dying before or after the old couple? Because
After
you're
it.
giving me
Like,
you,
after.
you,
give
you
me
two give me old couple
use
vibes.
them as bait.
Yeah,
use
thanks.
them as bait.
Oh, thanks.
I
That's
see you
the
as,
most offensive thing you've ever
I
said
see
to
you
me.
as a final girl. I think you would make it to the end, but then possibly die. So
Okay.
You'd be in the vote with the guy from Dodgeball just laying there with your arms
dragged
ripped
in.
off.
She gets dragged
Yeah,
in,
great.
yeah.
I'll fucking be. Yeah, I love Danielle Harris.
I
I'll-
agree though. Like there's no one more
no chance.
there's no one more violent than a man who misses his daddy. Like
Mm.
dude.
I guess.
A
You
man
know
with
what
daddy
I'm
issues.
saying?
A man with
Like,
daddy
yeah,
issues,
daddy
yeah.
issues not cool.
So,
I know what
hold
that's
on.
like. I got daddy issues, man.
Let's
I miss
go
my
into
dad.
Let's go
I
into
get
this
it.
right here. Is he a ghost or is he a being?
He's a ghost.
But he eats. And he
If you want
grows.
it, well, if you're basing it off the first one, I don't think you really know, but you go into the other movies, like you understand. It's this weird, like,
Does it
Maybe-
explain the eating?
He gets his energy maybe from the living,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
how
It's
he.
it's very, it's like he's walking around trying to find his dad. So it's
So
like
he's
this
he's
weird.
he's in purgatory.
Yeah, basically.
Is this
That's
Ragu,
actually
my dad?
that's actually a good way to explain it. Correct.
I think, yeah. I'll accept that.
But he is for some reason eating and shit. I don't know why, but he is. Makes the movie
It's
cooler.
aesthetically
He's
pleasing.
hungry.
Yeah, it's when you see like a dead dog or like a weird thing dead in the cabin, it's better looking, makes it scarier.
Tell, what
Oh.
about you?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, thank you.
Indeed.
Someone else
No,
that's saying
'cause
no.
I travel alone. I did the voodoo tours. I'd absolutely be on this fucking tour. My partner had to ban me from stroking alligators because he generally thought I would. And no cunt fucking survives. Like, even
Yeah.
if we got to the end, I'd get bitch slapped with someone else's arm. But also, if fuck it, I don't care if he's Kane Hodder. if Victor Crowley threw up in my mouth, I'd kill myself. That was so disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
I
gross.
nearly threw up on the sofa. I was like,
Ghost vomit.
yeah. It even came out like white and it looked like fucking sperm, and I was like, oh,
Yeah. It's like
like
something out of Poltergeist or something, you know.
it was.
It looked like sperm.
It did. It looked like a massive sperm milkshake because it wasn't like vomit.
Oh,
Oh god.
yeah,
Mouth
Victor
cum.
Crowley's
Maybe-
sperm
I'd have
milkshake.
just killed myself. I'm like, I
Oh,
can't live.
God.
There's not enough.
Sperm milkshake sounds fucking horrible.
Oh, it sounds
Like
moist
that-
as fuck.
God.
There-
That does sound
bet.
moist.
I
there's
don't
not-
like it.
there's
Moist and
not-
thick.
not
Moist
enough
and gooey.
mouthwash in the world to handle that.
Charlie.
Fucking gooey,
I'm
bro.
out. There you go. That's the name of this. That's the
She
name of
dropped
this
her
episode.
she dropped her shit.
Stop
She's like
throwing
gooey.
shit around.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Mad.
that's going to be the name of this episode. It's Hatchet and what do I say? Sperm milkshake.
Moist.
Sperm milkshake. That might not get that might get less clicks, but that's okay.
Hey, if they're not going to click, they're clearly not our audience.
Just
Um,
Hatchet, sperm milkshake, hashtag moist.
Moist. Also, spooky. So
Daddy
we
issues.
rate the film spookies out of 5. And what's your favorite spooky moment? So your
Oh
spooky
wait, what?
moment.
Wait, okay, hold on. Wait. Say that again.
So you have to give it spookies out of 5. So just score out of 5. And also your favorite spooky moment, but it doesn't have to be a scary moment, just your favorite moment of the film. Okay, Charlie, what's your spookies out of 5? And your
My favorite spooky moment. I am going to give it
Sorry, could you-
1 spooky out of 5.
Oh shit.
It was shit. Like, I don't know what
Charlie,
you
we haven't actually come to you much tonight. Why do you think?
No,
it's so
let's hear it.
shit?
Let's hear her out. Let's hear her out. I
Yeah.
want to hear it.
It
It's
was
okay. It's okay.
It's not okay.
it just, I mean, straight up, it being a slasher is just not my thing. But I did go into it with open arms, and I just
Was it too cheesy for you?
it was too cheesy. The acting for me wasn't the best.
That's understandable.
I will say though, I did enjoy the fact that one of them threw up after seeing their mate like dismembered. Like, I thought that was quite believable.
Realistic.
Because yeah, I'll give it a bit of realism for that. And I did also like the fucking deep throat jaw
Yeah, me
knockoff,
too.
whatever you want to call that. Like, that was quite cool.
I love the deep throat scene.
Just sort of disappeared.
Sorry.
And it was, yeah. Yeah, I say that's my favorite spooky moment as well.
Go on.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Um,
Who's next?
Go on,
So
Taylor,
wait,
over
so-
you.
So how's this work?
Okay, so
You
you're
get it 1 out of 5 spookies, and then you give your favorite spooky scene.
go on, John. You go first because you figured it out.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I know what's up. I get it. 5 out of 5 for me, obviously. Because I have an emotional connection to it. And for what Charlie said, I like it for the exact reason she hates it. So I understand why she gave it the 1 but it's the reason I like it. So and favorite moment is either, obviously I think the most iconic moment is the face, the jaw rip is just, I don't know if I've ever seen that in another movie. So like it was unique, really well done, and the angles of the camera were perfect. It was shot brilliantly. And I think you could put that in any movie. It doesn't matter what it's in. Like, it was shot brilliantly. But also when they're looking for everybody after, in the beginning, with the boat crashes and everybody's like freaking out, the first things happen, and then the black guy's just in the tree is really, really funny. And that's probably my favorite moment of the movie. Because it's so good. He's like, fuck this. And it's so good. Like, his character's great. So that's probably my favorite moment, but most iconic moment, because I think it has a place in horror history as far as kills go, is the jaw rip scene is brilliantly done. That could be in any movie. It doesn't matter what era, and it would be good. So those two, it's kind of a, that's kind of a cheat, but I love both of those scenes.
Okay, brilliant. Go on, and Taylor.
All right, so I'm supposed to rate it out of 1 to 5, right? How much I liked it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 3, and the reason being is because I've never went back to these films. It was not one that I went back to. The only reason why I went back to it was because of you guys. But then again, watching it, I'm like, and what John's saying about the whole jaw thing,
Yeah.
it's fucking brilliant. So
Dude,
that
it
would
really
be,
is, man.
yeah, that would be my probably favorite. But I love every blood, like even the blood on the trees. Like it's like they just
Yeah.
threw buckets of blood on
Dude,
the
it's
trees.
something
Like,
it's something you and I would do for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, 100%. It's just very.
I actually did it in Devil's Are We. I think I did it in one scene. I just had J-Man throw a bunch of blood on a tree, and I think I cut it out of the movie, but I was like, this is Hatchet.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's like just the practical effects in general are fucking they're great in this film. So I'm gonna give it a 3 just simply because I will watch it again, but it's not one that I'm gonna go back to. So did that answer it?
Yeah,
Smash it.
that was good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Go on, Katie.
I'm going to give this 3.5 out of 5.
Katie,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Are you...
I do love it.
You were
I
on his
went
team the
into.
whole
I
time.
woke up from my nap, and I was like, Katie's gonna agree with me 100%. So we're good. Like I'm not even nervous going into this episode. And then
I mean,
Just
She's
comes in
stabbing
with a-
you.
just
uh,
comes in with a fucking 3.5, dude. I thought we were friends, man.
we are friends. We
Yeah,
are
that's
friends. We're
fucked,
Hatchet
bro.
friends. But like, I do like 2 and 3. I would score 2 and 3 higher
Oh,
than
see,
this
okay.
one.
All right.
Um,
nice.
but
I'm
I
back
do
on-
have I
I'm
have a
back
lot
on
of
the
time for
Katie
this
train.
film.
I'm back on the
Yes.
Katie train. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
But I have a lot of time for this film. I would like watch this film fucking anytime. I think we often say like pizza party films, and I think this one definitely is that. Yeah.
What's
I
your
think
What's your
it's-
favorite type of pizza?
I like pepperoni. I'm a simple girl.
Mm.
Texas barbecue.
What'd you say?
We have one
Texas
called Texas
barbecue.
barbecue. So it's barbecue base and then
What
meat.
the fuck is that?
See,
It's
I'm a meteor.
Barbecue base, meat, and red onion.
Texas barbecue pizza? What the fuck?
We also actually, what is in America? We have a pizza that's like the Americano or American.
Yeah, that's
What
the one
is
with the
it?
hot dogs on.
Wait, whoa.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
What the
sorry,
fuck
that's
are
worse
you
than
talking
pineapple.
about? That sounds horrible.
Oh, it is.
It has hot
It's
dogs
not.
on it?
It's not a bad.
That sounds like it's a shot
Why is it
at
not
the
there?
States.
We've got a cheeseburger.
That
pizza as
sounds
well.
like it's it's something that you should hate. That makes me mad. It makes me so mad.
Is it Americana hot?
Listen to me, my patriotism is attacked.
Shut up. Look, hey, Katie, what'd you say? It was a pizza pie. What?
Pizza
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 party.
party.
Pizza
party.
party. Yeah.
She said potty, but
Party.
party.
Oh, I thought it was
Party.
a pizza
Party. Pizza party.
pizza.
Oh my
pie.
god, that was so good. But that's
Okay,
not
we're
how I
working
would
on
say
it.
it. I would say I would say where I'm from, pizza patty.
Pizza patty.
Yeah, it's a
patty.
pizza
That sounds like
patty.
patty.
Basically,
It's a
just when you're
patty.
Patty.
when you're at
It's a
your mate's
fucking
house.
patty. It's a patty, bub. That's what we would say. It's a fucking pizza patty guy. What the fuck?
At your mate's
Oh my
house,
God.
throw a film on, have some pizza, get drunk. The American hot is onions, pepperoni, green jalapenos, and that's it. I thought there was way more.
Jalapenos.
That sounds great,
Jalapenos.
actually. Wow, that sounds great. Never mind.
Jalapenos.
That does sound really
Jalapeno.
good.
Well done.
Jalapenos.
That sounds
Oh,
great.
So fucking thing.
Golf clap.
All right, who's next?
I don't know.
A
who
hot
has a
dog
good
thing,
one?
I
My
don't know where the
spooky moment is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be
Oh yeah.
Sorry, yeah. No, favorite pizza.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
guys.
sorry to discuss.
Sorry, we're fucking up this episode really bad. My bad.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
We're really sorry. We're a crew
You're
to
all
be
good.
reckoned with for sure.
real good.
Um,
Mine was gonna be the director when the director dies and he gets his neck twisted. I think that's fucking awful. So
360.
I think that's like an underrated scene. So I'm going for that
You
one.
mean the guy that's filming the two girls?
Yeah. So you can call him director. He's
The
not a
con
director.
Yeah,
man.
director was that was
Director.
very that was
You know, like
dude
the,
with
the Martin
the Goodwill
Scorsese
camera?
guy,
that was-
I love when he's like, what kind of
the
film
Rob
do you
Zombie guy.
make? And he like mentions a porno, and the husband and wife are like, have you seen it? He's like, yes, no,
That's
no. Like,
Martin
mentions wife.
Scorsese guy. That's great.
And the guy is just like got like right swag on him. Like,
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
well, he's
you're
loving
being
it.
very, very
he's
generous.
like, cool.
funny,
So
though.
yeah, the neck twist, I think, like, yeah, made me cringe. So I'm gonna go for that.
My
That is a
favorite
good one.
part might have been how dumb the two blondes are. That was perfect. I mean, that's horror movie gold, right?
How did one of the blondes make it to the final four?
You got to, because they're so fucking stupid, and it's great.
They weren't. There wasn't two of them. What? There's a
Well-
brunette and a blonde, right?
It was a blonde and a brunette, yeah.
Yeah.
The one
It's
with
just
crabs.
such a funny thing that they're just like, all right, and action.
Top down.
Woo!
Business is
So good.
business.
So good. It's
But-
true.
True.
That's
my
true. Yeah,
favorite
Cheers to
is-
that. Cheers to that.
My favorite is when the guy's like about to put his arm around her, looks down and like she's scratching, like
Yeah.
scratching
Yeah,
at
he's
her
just like,
fucking minge, and he's just like, no,
Oh, the
retracting
minge.
Scratching her fucking
minge.
minge.
the minge. That reminds me of
Fucking-
South Park. That
Reminds me of the
South Park.
in-betweeners. Jesus.
That's
What should I
funny,
say?
dude. Her
I
minge.
don't know.
Scratching a cunt,
Here we would call it her
Plunge.
kuka. Her kuka.
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 Yeah, it's a
Kuka.
Jersey. It's a Jersey Shore thing. Sorry. Kind of like your
Kuka?
Geordie Shore.
Tal, what about you?
My favorite spooky moment. Oh shit! I had all this time to think about it.
Come on.
Oh my
I'm
god,
actually-
it's been an hour.
I know. I'm actually gonna go with when they're on the boat and they're like, look over there, and there's
Oh,
the
he
actual
jumps
jump
away?
scare. Yeah, that actually got me. That
I
really
was
got me.
gonna say the same thing too, because I thought I love him just like jumping away, you know.
Yeah, but I was like, I wasn't expecting it at all, and it really got me. I was like, fuck yeah, okay. And I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. But I am
Nice.
really intrigued to go see the others. So,
So, Katie,
Tell you'll love them.
How does she beat your score?
because I haven't seen the others. And
I
because
feel
Ke-
like I've not scored this right. Maybe I need to like
do you want to change
reassess.
it?
Oh, I haven't
No, you
scored
can't.
it right.
No, I'm not allowing that.
Okay,
No, you're
I
not.
no.
I know I'm new on this. I know I'm new on this podcast,
Yeah, hang on.
Right. but I did do your intro music. Okay, so
Okay,
I'll give you
true.
give you a little credit. All right, I'm not allowing you to rescore. Okay, but I do
Fine.
respect. So are you saying? So
Respectfully, you can't
tell me this:
rescore.
are you saying that you would score 2 and 3 higher than 1?
I think I would definitely,
Okay,
especially
alright.
3. I
That's
have a
what's
lot of
up.
time for 3.
So is it fair to say that Tell, if she saw the other one, she would possibly score this one lower than the other ones?
I think so.
That's awesome. So for me, I would score 2, 5 out of 5, and then I'd score 3, 6 out of 5, and then
Yeah.
I'd score 4, 4 out of 5. But
Nice.
that's just me. Okay.
Oh, amazing. That was our Hatchet episode with the lovely lads from Check the Candy. So if you want to find out more about them, check us out on our Instagram. We'll link them. Oh, John's got some fancy lights going. Or check them out on their Instagram if you can remember the name, Check the Candy. Until next week, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Die.
Don't die.
Oh damn! I didn't know you were supposed to.
Dude, you know what fucked
That's
me
the
up?
perfect
You
ending.
know what
It's
fucked me
perfect.
up?
It's not over till that bitch is dead.
Let's delve into that a bit deeper.
I'm going to be like the peacekeeper between you two tonight.
Yeah,
Fuck with the original.
Yeah, don't fuck with the original.